Namaskar, respected all my colleagues and other family members of EMRS. We all have gathered here on this day of Universal Brotherhood. You know, every year we used to celebrate this program along with our students and their parents in a very grand manner, but unfortunately this year, due to the pandemic situations, we observe in a very brief manner, and we all are here. So I welcome you all for this program. We know that Swami Vivekananda addressed the Parliament of World's Religions at Chicago in America, where he introduced the Hindu culture to the West through his iconic speech. You know, it was on 11 September 1893 that a young man from India, dressed in the traditional robes of a Hindu monk, addressed in the Parliament of Religions. It was the first time he gone to America, and it was the first time he was speaking with the public, yet his first few words, beginning with his greetings, sisters and brothers of America, that electrified the audience and brought for an applause that lasted for 2 minutes. With these simple words, the destiny of the crores of Hindu people on the earth changed forever. These simple words in themselves could have been just a customary, but the spirit that manifested when the young monk from India spoke to them, touched the hearts of the audience, who gave a standing ovation. That speech was not very elaborate, just few minutes, not even more than 500 words, but that impact was instantaneous. The unknown monk of India suddenly leapt into fame after the lecture at Chicago. That address, that speech was a very proudful moment in the history of India. Therefore, we celebrate this day, marking this day as a Universal Brotherhood Day in our organization and all our VKBs and all our branch centers. You know, what was that speech? Why that address was very significant? That address was not merely a speech. It was the proper understanding of our Hinduism to the world. It was a message of assimilation. It was a message of harmony and peace. It was a message of our Indian culture to the world. So, taking this opportunity, I would like to present the eternal message of the ionic voice of Swami Vivekananda in my tone. Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of the most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of the mother of all religions, and I thank you in the name of millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. My thanks also to some of the speakers on this platform who, referring to the delegates from the Orient, have told you that these men from far-off nations may well claim the honor of bearing to different lands the idea of toleration. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in the universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remnant of Israelites who came to southern India and took refuge with us in the very year in which their holy temple was shattered to pieces by Roman tyranny. I am proud to belong to the religion which has sheltered and is still fostering the remnant of the grand Zoroastrian nation. I will quote to you, brethren, a few lines from a hymn which I remember to have repeated from my earliest boyhood, which is every day repeated by the millions of human beings. As the different stream having their sources at different places, all mingle their water in the sea. So, O Lord, the different paths which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to Thee. The present convention, which is one of the most august assemblies ever held, is in itself a vindication, a declaration to the world of the wonderful doctrine preached in Gita. Whosoever comes to me through whatsoever form, I reach him. All men are struggling through paths which in the end lead to me. Secularism, bigotry, and its horrible discontent, fanatism have long possessed this beautiful earth. They filled the earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilization, and sent whole nations to despair. Had it not been for these horrible demands, human society would be far more advanced than it is now. But the time is come. And I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in honor of this convention may be the death knell of all fanatisms and of all persecutions with the sword or with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons wending their way to the same goal. So this is the address which he spoke in the religious conference. So if you listen carefully the address, you will understand that the entire speech is focusing on two aspects. One is the pride of our Indian culture, and another one is the feeling of oneness. So what the Indian culture says, that all religions are true. Every religion has to be preserved in its own value. Integrating various faiths and accepting other faiths as our own only will bring the brotherhood. Then diversity along with the feeling of oneness of brotherhood among the human being is essential, because that is very much needed for the further evolution of the humanity. So these 2 points, if you ponder over that, then we will understand the importance of that address, and that is the need of the hour. So here I would like to conclude my